messages involved with the way that the story was told. And, any chance to see Mark Addy, even in a cameo version, I think it's a kick. Sorry. So, I'm going to get hit for number 6. That's it.
Well,
That's
if it's
fine.
Phantom Menace, you're definitely going to get hit for.
Well, no, I mean, number 6 was The Time Machine with Guy Pearce.
Oh.
And no, Phantom Menace is nowhere. It's not even on the honorable
That
mentions
shouldn't
list.
be on anyone's list.
No, it's not.
We keep firing interns for that one.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
All right.
As the intern speaks.
As the intern speaks. All right, number 5, Bicentennial Man, 1999, with Robin Williams.
Yes, excellent.
Love
movie.
that movie. I mean, just
The short story
Exactly.
by Asimov was great.
Anything with Robin Williams.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Well, there's a couple of Robin Williams movies that when he played the creepy photo booth guy.
Well, World's Greatest
I like
Dad.
that
That's
movie.
a
Yeah.
weird one, too.
Wild Hogs with John Travolta and
That
and
was
Tim
come
Allen.
on, that's funny.
No,
funny.
that was not funny for me. It was.
Why?
It
Because
was.
you're getting up to the
Shut up.
age?
Shut up.
middle age range.
Let me drink my girly drink. Shut up. All right. Anyway, but no, Bicentennial Man. I think just science fiction and a commentary on the human condition. I think it's just so. It's when sci-fi is at its best is when it's commenting on how we look at the world and how some are hopeful and some are not, and how science fiction kind of opens the imagination to possibility and wonder. And just Bicentennial Man, it's a longer movie. And it's not a fast pace because it's not an action movie. It's a commentary all the way through, and just I enjoy the hell out of that one.
And
Nice and meta.
And it's also like a civil rights movie because it's dealing with artificial intelligences getting rights.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because in the end, he wanted to marry his like because he was the nanny for the guys.
Right.
Also back to
It ended up being his first owner's granddaughter or great granddaughter.
Yes.
That he falls in love with, and so we move on to number 4. In my mind, one of the quintessential classic science fiction movies, 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Yes.
Stanley Kubrick.
It is a classic movie, but I can't. I fall asleep. It is the movie that if I have insomnia, I pop it in and I'm just out.
Well, it's because it's not meant to, I don't know, blow your mind in terms of like Die Hard, blow you through the back of the seat kind of action. It's the thinking. It's just so little dialogue. It's all visuals and the music, and it's that surreal kind of exposure to imagination.
What are you doing, Chris?
I can't do that, Dave. And listening to Daisy,
Yeah, no.
give me your okay.
I don't even think I've seen it.
The Eastman is doing on the 19th of January is doing a special showing of it with Keir Dullea.
That's right. I
Nice.
thought there was something coming
that'd be
up
cool.
with it. Yeah.
See, I know things.
That's why we love you so much, man. Seriously,
why
there's
we bring you
tons
here.
of respect to having Wayne on board for that. All right, now to balance out the thinky 2001: A Space Odyssey is number 3, Alien, which is more of a
can't-
horror movie. Really.
I was going to say,
Yeah,
I
it is.
agree.
That's
More of a
not
horror
really
movie.
sci-fi. It is
No.
more
But
horror.
it happens
but
in
it's space.
It's in
so
It's
space.
like space horror.
Yeah.
I think
but
sci-fi and horror can
It's horror and
intermingle.
sci-fi,
Oh, yeah.
according to IMDb.
but and it's and I'm gonna just.
But the second one was better.
I'm gonna and that's the point I wanted to make.
The second
A couple of
I
these
can't
Space
do it.
Marines.
a couple of these entries, number 3, Alien, and the number 1, which we'll get into in a moment, are basically representatives of an entire franchise. So I'm cheating a little bit. I'm putting a whole ton of movies into one spot on a couple of occasions. Because Aliens, the sequel,
Yes.
is commonly felt to be one of the best sci-fi action movies ever. And I'm cool with that. Because, Space Marines and Xenomorphs and the one-liners and the interaction between, corporate greed and just trying to survive and all that, there's tons of it. And so Alien itself could be considered basically a horror movie, but set in space. But that, I think just, again, this is a mantra that I've had almost the entire podcast so far. It's the imagination of it. It's the introduction to something you have not seen before. And the Alien was done in '79. So again, it was on that upsurge of sci-fi is more than just the B-movie serials that you got as a kid. It's more than just the Saturday morning cartoons. Here we're going to start telling you some bigger, huge, these complex stories on these amazing things, and we're going to start pushing your imagination a little bit further. I thought it was great, and for the longest time, and in recent movies they've kind of started clearing that up, and I'm sad that they did a little bit. But when an alien they're on the planet for the first time, and they're doing the survey of, they see the ship, and here's this alien, this husk of a mummy of an alien, this huge thing, and then you meet the xenomorphs. Now, the xenomorph itself could just basically be an evolved animal, and they're ignoring the fact that here's this massive spaceship and this massive extraterrestrial, and this is our first time ever seeing. But more importantly, look at the eggs. Let's look at the creature that's about to eat our faces off.
Eggs were portable.
They missed it, and I don't think they did it intentionally, but they bypassed the whole. There is life out there. There are sentient creatures out there that are more than just animals. They can fly spaceships and whatnot.
That wasn't the point of the movie.
Exactly.
The point of the movie was a face hugger that
That's
comes
it.
out of
No,
you.
but that was so cool how they kind of presented it, and as it's part of the thing, and there was a bigger picture, and they kind of ignored,
like in
but in an
Aliens,
intentional way.
You had the Marines coming out. Oh, it's another bug hunt, sir.
Yeah,
It's just
they were kind of
another
used to it at that point.
For some reason, when I think of aliens, my mind immediately goes to that scene in Spaceballs where the xenomorph pops out of the stomach and hello, my baby, hello, my honey, hello, my ragtime gal.
And John Hurt's pained. Oh, not again. And so that's Aliens number 3. Number 2, Blade Runner.
Woo-hoo!
Okay.
That one
Nice.
I've actually
Do
seen.
androids dream of electric
Sheep, and somebody
They cut out a whole lot of the book.
somebody took me to task on it. I was discussing it with a couple of friends of mine on Facebook last night, and I said, I'm going to put Blade Runner up there, and they're like, okay, voiceover or no voiceover,
No voiceover.
and that's what I'm hearing. The popular consensus is no voiceover.
Aren't they redoing it?
Yeah.
It's
they're
a
doing
sequel. Finally doing a sequel after almost 40 years at
They
this
don't
point.
need to do a sequel.
I know they don't need to, but Hollywood's out of ideas, so they're always going to be doing stuff like that.
There's tons of books and stuff
know.
coming out every.
I know.
And it's like, just pick one of them.
And I think that's a good comment to have for a future podcast. We can talk about how Hollywood is pretty much out of ideas and how
They just want to recycle
They want to recycle
What's
what
popular,
works.
what worked.
Yeah.
'Cause
we know this
get
one
into
makes
why-
money, so we'll do it again.
BBC does so much better with their programming than American television.
Oh yeah,
because
we've hinted
yeah.
that on a
retread
couple of
here.
occasions.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
They're willing to take risks.
They're exactly. They're willing, and they.
And also, they don't care. Their BBC is like public funded, whereas everything here is commercial.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they don't have to depend on week to week, is my show going to be canceled or not?
No.
That is definitely a help. But the chances they take in a lot of cases do work out. But that is another topic for another.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that is a good
and we can
topic.
go in a long time in that. All right, so number 10, Mad Max. Number 9, THX 1138. Number 8, Fifth Element. Number 7, Close Encounters. Number 6, Time Machine, apparently the wrong version. Number 5, Bicentennial Man. Number 4, 2001: A Space Odyssey. Number 3, Alien. Number 2, Blade Runner. And on Tony's suggestion, I'm going to wander on to my, before I mention number 1, which...
Well, if number one isn't what I think it is, then there's going to be a major problem.
I was counting
Yeah.
off of your top 9. I've only seen 3 of those top 9.
See, and that's a great thing. I've given you some homework, haven't I?
No.
My own no.
No.
Yeah, come on,
No.
say yes.
Not with the
Probably
response
not.
on
Go
some
watch
of them.
that THX 1138.
I have that one at home, but that
See, that one I
I'd
have to
probably
watch.
be watching. But it's like, I think I've seen bits and pieces of the Alien series, and I'm just like, I'm not
You know what?
a horror person, so therefore
for Alien, you can watch the first 2 and be fine.
Yeah,
okay,
after
I
two,
had issues at
it's-
Universal Soldier, and that's just with the blood and guts and gore and
Yeah.
things like that.
That's
So
the one with
Jean-Claude
Jean-Claude
Van
Van
Damme.
so therefore, I watch most of the movie like this. So
With her hands over her eyes.
so I don't see
Aliens.
doing-
you'd be watching them like that.
Yeah, you'd
'Cause
be
yeah,
you
that's
hide
I know.
behind the
I've
couch.
seen.
And
That's why I'm like.
and it's they're always hunting for that cat. Let's go get the cat.
The damn
No,
cat.
leave that
At this
cat.
point, I know it's a cheesy movie and people groan in it. I'd rather watch Starship Troopers about 10 more times versus Alien.
Would you like to know some more?
The video game they made a video game based on the Aliens movies where it has the same feeling. I think it actually is just called Aliens.
Probably.
And you play as a person. I think it's the granddaughter.
Ripley? Okay.
Yeah, granddaughter of Ripley, and you're.
The cloned one. It was cloned with.
Oh,
I'm not sure. I'm not
Because
sure.
I've seen bits and
But
pieces
I've-
of the Aliens movies, but
Having
I'm just
seen
like, I'll walk
playthroughs,
through.
it's like it nails the atmosphere really well.
It gets you tense.
Oh yeah.
No.
All right, so I'm going to throw through. I have a list of honorable mentions that I wanted because there's so many movies I've seen that I really enjoyed. putting them all on a top 10 list was impossible. So I have a
It'd
list
be
of
the top 100.
I probably could load up a top 100. But anyway, because of my love for sci-fi. I'm going to throw some honorable mentions, and then we'll go to number 1, and we'll talk about a few more honorable mentions. But right now, the thinky movies for science fiction, Interstellar, Contact, and Dark City. Those were movies that I really enjoyed. And now Interstellar.
Space Ghost.
Oh, go away. for Interstellar, I couldn't.
Interstellar was good until that last 10 minutes.
When it tried
Love
to
is quantifiable.
when it tried to be 2001.
Yeah.
Because that's what
It's
I think that's where it came off the rails.
How are you gonna fix this? And in 10 minutes, it's like, it was just me from the past, future, alternate timeline.
Yeah, and then
They wrapped it up too nicely.
It did. Yeah, they could have left it a little messier, I think.
That's why the BBC. Not all movies need to be wrapped up nicely.
That's very true.
Many things in life are not wrapped up nicely. Why can't we have a reflection of that when we go?
Oh, I know, seriously.
But I've learned how to wrap things that are unusually shit. Never mind.
That's only this time of year, Tanya. But I get it.
That's
We're not
Tanya,
talking about that?
Tanya channeling her inner Martha Stewart
Definitely not.
with 100% less felonies. But
Definitely.
who remembers Dark City with Russell Sewell?
Can't say it.
All right, and the
Do we happen to have a cricket sound?
You know, I've noticed most of your list are all like dystopian type movies.
There must be a theme going on with him.
It's like they're all like.
Maybe he can just put himself into a dystopia and be happy.
Well,
Why?
it's definitely not a utopia.
No, the only ones that are good are like.
the other ones are going. Ow!
You did say that we were going to rip you apart today.
I fully I understood that when Wayne suggested this one to me, that I was setting myself up for a verbal beating. I understood that.
You know, you pick. You know, Fifth
And that's
Element,
okay.
which is okay, but that's kind of dystopic.
Mm-hmm.
You picked, Bicentennial Man was kind of. That's the only kind of good one.
Well, now I'm going to ask you a question in just a moment. Let me get through a couple more honorable mentions.
We did find our other intern.
We did?
Yes.
Where is she?
She was sleeping.
I didn't knock on the door hard enough. Apparently?
So the other intern would like to be called when we're gonna
when we go into MCU.
Go when we do a different recording.
Recording.
Yes.
Okay, we'll let her know. All right, so let me throw out a couple more. Wall-E.
Good movie.
Yes, we'll give you that one.
Yeah.
Okay, dystopian but hopeful because Wall-E had this irrepressible spirit. I loved that about the character. It was a lot of fun. There was nothing that really completely bummed him out. I mean, once in a while he'd be a little disappointed, but he always just picked right back up and went back to work and did his thing. And it showed. It had this big commentary on human society. Okay, great, dystopian, whatever. But I loved that movie because of the character.
And when did that become a negative? Who doesn't just want to sit in a chair and eat cupcakes? Yeah.
I want to, but not gain any weight.
Yeah.
Why is this a negative?
Why is this a negative? Minority Report is on my honorable mention
I've
list.
seen that
That's a
one.
good one.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's a good one.
That's a Tom Cruise one, right?
That's a Tom Cruise
That's
one.
another Philip K. Dick one.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's
Another dystopian one.
right. Yeah. Well, I apparently
There is a general theme going
I
on.
now-
Crime is a crime.
I have a thing. I have a
Which
I never
one?
knew.
Where is Escape from New York?
Yes.
Escape from New York is not on my list.
Oh, that's a great
Wasn't there
movie.
Escape from L.A. too?
Yeah.
That wasn't
Yeah.
as good.
Apparently,
Yeah, no.
apparently, there's only so much dystopian I can
Nick
handle.
Plitskin, I thought you were dead. That was the line running out all throughout the movie.
Contact was not really dystopian. Was it?
No,
Jodie
like I
Foster
said,
and
but
again
out
Matthew
of all your
McConaughey.
movies, they tend to run towards the dystopian.
Well,
Is it a reflection on life, Chris?
apparently, I guess I'm just kind of a dystopian kind of. I didn't know that about myself. So this has been a
Just
therapy
where you,
session.
like-
Soul searching.
This has been a therapy session as well as a.
We're
a
sorry,
podcast.
those that are out in listening land.
Oh,
It will
stop.
be a real dystopian list if he puts V for Vendetta on there somewhere.
I didn't.
But I did like that one.
It was a great
It is a
movie.
great one.
Yeah, I mean that's.
That's probably in his
Watchmen,
top 100.
Another dystopian.
Unfortunately, I think V for Vendetta is going to start becoming closer to being a documentary than a sci-fi movie soon.
Yeah.
Or Watchmen's gonna.
Or Watchmen.
Watchmen.
I think
Yeah.
I've seen that one too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then I put Jurassic Park on the honorable mention list.
Of course.
Jeff
Because who
Goldblum.
doesn't
John Williams.
like, yeah,
Who doesn't like dinosaurs for crying out loud? Come
With their
on.
little T-Rex arms.
got to say it now. You got to say it now, Tony.
Dinosaurs on a spaceship.
Okay, there we go.
Oh, God.
And because that's Tony's favorite Doctor Who reference.
Oh, no, no,
yes.
no, no, no. There's a better line from that episode, but I won't get into it.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have any vegetable matter in your trousers? Only my balls.
Hey. Dudum. All right, so we
As
played.
we said, we're sorry.
That's okay. No, you didn't.
No, we're not.
No, you're not.